Hi, good evening, folks. In this video, what are the 5 things going our way that we don't realize? Coming up. I just got in, it's late, I'm trying to be quiet, I want to get this done. Let's get on it. All right, so I come up with this idea last night, and you know what? I'm going to give a little shout out to Mike Phelan. Mike, I can't remember what you said exactly. But Mike said something that made me think to do this video. So I'm going to give Mike Phelan a shout out. Okay, let's get on this. 5 things I came up with that we might not be aware of. And it's good things. It isn't bad things, folks. So let's take a look at this. All right, number 5. For the first time in a long time, okay? A long time. There's no pressure on us this year. There's absolutely no pressure on the Sabres this year to accomplish anything. Everybody's written us off, including most of our own fans have written us off. But really, there's absolutely no pressure for us to succeed in any way. So anything we do good is a bonus at this point, right? It's not like those early years with Jack, where there's expectation and, you know, we've got to get over the hump now, get into the playoffs. And none of that's happening this year. It's not such a bad thing. It really isn't. All right, so that one is off the charts. Number 4. I was tempted to put this higher because I think it's going to come into play in our development eventually. We hired Mike Pekka. He's an assistant coach now, right? He's down in the minors. He's developing the kids. He's going to help develop the kids down there. And if you think about that, that's pretty huge. You know, it really is. It's pretty huge. I mean, it's, you know, Rochester, I get it, is not the NHL. I get that. But I think Pekka has headed up eventually behind our current bench now, guys. I believe that. I'm pretty sure some of you might agree with that. Hiring Mike Pekka was really smart. I know I did a video last year where Pekka was involved with something with Washington, remember? And I kind of didn't like it. He should have been involved with the Sabres, and I'm glad he is. You know, so Pekka's with us again. He's inside our structure, so to say, inside our organization. And that was a really smart hire, very smart hire. And get Mike Pekka, let's get him on board. Let's get him behind this current bench. And I'd love nothing more to see him and Dominic Hasek be our goalie coach one day. But I think Hasek has political aspirations, last I heard. So I don't know what's happening there. So Mike Pekka comes in at number 4. I think it's a great hire, a smart hire for the organization, not just Rochester, for the organization in general. You know, it's just a great hire. Number 3. Maybe the most important, really. We're a year older than last year now. And people will say, yeah, but we don't got Jack. I know, but I mean, we didn't have him last year when the kids kind of rose up. And as for the age of the team and everything, look, we might not be exactly the youngest team in hockey, but we're like 6th or 7th youngest, and I'd have to check it again. But I can tell you it's very misleading when you got goalies that are like as old as they are and things like that. You know, there's a few things that mislead our overall number, but it's okay. I don't mind that. We know what the core. We know the core is young on this team. That core is a year older. A year older, went through that experience with Kruger, the humiliation, the frustration, the anger, the resentment, call any emotion in the book you want to say. They were part of that last year. And this year, I don't think they want to go back there under any conditions. Regardless of how weak we're supposed to be. I think the kids will fight through whatever they got to never to go back there, you know. Okay. Number 2. Yeah, you can mix these up any way you want. Or it's a win-win situation. Really, it is. It is. Not only because of there's no pressure on us, because we're either going to have a surprise season and surprise a lot of people and really impress a lot of people, which is where I'm on board for. I think we can surprise this year. I do. I've seen it in sports happen so many times. How many teams now, if the majority of the NHL fans out there and franchises and YouTube channels, call it what you want, everything, the whole community of hockey, of NHL hockey, assumes we're going to be trash. That means that spreads into dressing rooms of other teams. I know they're professionals, but overconfidence is a human element. We can jump on that many a night, believe me. So it's either we're going to have a bit of a surprise season. And surprise season, I mean anything like 72 points and up would be a real surprise. I think nobody's expecting us to have a 60-point season this year. Surprise or a high draft. We can't lose. I mean, and we'll be in the running for the lottery, no matter what. Worst case. And the Shane Wright lottery will be the next thing we'll talk about. But till that's official, I'm not even going there. And number 1 reason, drum roll. Thank you. We got to ruin everybody's summer because nobody heard about anything but Jack Eichel all summer. There you go. Right when you think you've beaten us, you haters, well, you learned a lesson there, didn't you? Karma came back and got you all summer long. Don't mess with the bull or you'll get the buffalo. Don't forget that. I think that's just an important stat that we keep forgetting is how often do you hear or see people writing in lounges, I'm so sick of hearing about Jack Eichel in Buffalo. Like they're fed up. People are they're fed up. It always puts a smile on my face whenever I read somebody frustrated and says, I'm so sick of talking about Jack Eichel in Buffalo. He's so overrated. I hate him. People are hating on this guy now too. That's kind of funny, you know? So that's just a little thing I slapped together for you guys for a late night video. I'm going to go out. I'm going to try to slap together something. Again, I want to do like some former games and stuff I'm looking into, but that's another thing. Now, there was 2 requests. I believe Jigaboff was one of them. And the other one, I'm going to tell you guys, please recommend me another video to do. I'm not going to do any Montreal Canadiens trades. I'm just not, because it's kind of a waste of time. You know, we all know that we're not going to trade with Montreal ever. So, you know, it's not happening. If Jack Eichel went to Montreal, I think I'd have to pinch myself to believe they actually swung it somehow, you know. And the other one's Neil Flood. Yeah, I think it was Jigaboff and Neil Flood that asked me to do a Montreal Habs video. Guys, throw something else at me, okay? And I'll put it top of the list for you, please. Because for me to do a Montreal Canadiens video now, after what just, you've seen what went down, like Kotkaniemi's gone now, and in comes Dvorak. They've got their centerman. They're not looking to get Eichel. They don't even have money to pay Dvorak right now, you know? And it wouldn't make sense for me to make those videos because it's kind of, it's just kind of a waste of time at this point. It would have been good if I could have maybe got to it then, but I was doing other videos. There you go, guys. Doesn't that make you happy? Especially number 1, think about all those haters before you go to bed. Pulling their hair out. I'm sick of talking about Eichel. I can't imagine. If we're fed up, imagine opposing fans that want to hear something about their team. And all they're talking about all summer is Buffalo and Jack Eichel and nothing changes. This is what they had to go through. Yeah. So that's it. I'm going to leave it there. That's probably it for tonight, okay? Because it's late, and I'm scripting out some other stuff. If there's something else I'm going to toss in, it's going to be really, really quick, okay? If not, I'll see you folks tomorrow. You have a great night.